Tomorrow we are expecting another round of scattered storms during the afternoon, but tomorrow we will have more water to work with the storms, which means that even though we won't see many of them, the few storms that we do see will be capable of producing some heavy rain. So if we happen to get one of those few storms to move over area burn scars, of course, that could spell trouble for southern Colorado, so we'll be keeping a close eye on that tomorrow. Checking out your skycast here for the rest of the night, we are expecting conditions to begin to calm down. We should have plenty of clear skies across southern Colorado, so if you head outside between now and early tomorrow morning, you should be able to catch a glimpse of the blue moon, which, of course, as we mentioned earlier in the show, is the second full moon of the month. So something pretty rare and kind of cool to check out. By 7 a.m. tomorrow, expect a mixture of clouds and sun across southern Colorado. Clouds will begin to thicken up, though, as we take you into lunchtime, especially out across the plains or out across the mountains, and then also across the plains south of Highway 50. This is the areas where we'll see the storms popping up tomorrow first. As we take you into the late afternoon and into the early evening, we'll start to see a few of those scattered storms pushing across the I-25 corridor near Colorado Springs. Could also see a few storms along the I-70 corridor, and as we take you into the later evening, we'll keep these storms in place before everything begins to wind down through the first part of tomorrow night, with the exception of a few storms that will hang out across the San Juans as well as portions of the San Luis Valley. Now, the storms again tomorrow, they're not going to hit everybody, but areas that do get storms will have the potential of getting some heavy rain. So we'll be tracking them very closely through the day tomorrow. Stick with us. Of course, we'll keep you ahead of the storms right here on KRDO News Channel 13. High temperatures tomorrow will be warm once again. We'll hit 83 in Colorado Springs. Looking for a high temperature of 89 in Pueblo, with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s for the lower Arkansas River Valley. Springfield looking for 82. Denver, 87 degrees will be your high temperature tomorrow. Checking out your 7-day forecast this weekend, not looking all that bad. We're going to keep temperatures in the mid 80s with a 10 to 20% chance for storms during the afternoon, which means there's an 80 to 90% chance that you're not going to get anything this weekend. So not too bad out there. Temperatures warm the first half of the day. Those will be the driest times of the weekend. So if you're trying to plan something outside, plan it for the weekend. We'll keep daily storms in the forecast through Tuesday, with temperatures staying in the 80s through the next week. 80s expected in Pueblo tomorrow, but we are going to be back in the 90s just in time for the weekend. A chance for storms will last until Monday before we dry things out through the middle of the work week next week. In Canyon City, 86 tomorrow. We'll hit 88 on Saturday with 90 degrees as your high temperature Sunday. Storms in the forecast through Tuesday will dry out Wednesday before we bring storms back in on Thursday. And Teller County, a 40% chance for storms tomorrow, so that means grab the umbrella on your way out the door. 70s are expected for the next week with a daily chance for storms. This is really just the time of year. We're up in the mountains. It's difficult to completely rule out a chance for storms. You got to thank the monsoon for that.
Yeah, typical.